A little girl comes to a poor girl and says, "You're here?" The poor girl replies, "Look at you, my friend. You look so fancy, so shiny like a doll." The little girl says, "I have a job for you." The girl replies, "A job? I already work. I clean car windows and earn enough." The girl says, "This job is better and it pays more." The poor girl says, "Really? More money? Okay then." The little girl takes the poor girl to her house. The poor girl says, "Madam, don't stare at me too long. You might give me the evil eye." The woman says, "Oh God, where did this rude girl come from? Who is she?" The little girl says, "Papa, she saved my life. I was alone on the road and she came to help me." The father says, "Alone? What were you doing on the road alone?" The woman says, "It was the day she went out without my permission. I didn't tell you to avoid worrying you." Then the poor girl says, "Children always speak some truth." The man says, "That's enough. Madam, do you have experience taking care of kids?" The girl says, "I saved your daughter's life, so I'm the best choice." The woman says, "Do you hear how she talks? You'll really give her a chance? She'll steal everything." The poor girl says, "I may be poor, but I'm honest." The little girl says, "Papa, please say yes." The father replies, "We can give her a chance." The little girl becomes happy and takes the maid with her. The man leaves for the office. As soon as the woman opens the door, her boyfriend is standing outside. She brings him inside and starts hugging him. The maid sees them and walks toward them. The woman and her boyfriend get scared. The boyfriend says, "Where did this maid come from?" The woman says, "He's my special friend." The maid replies, "And your special friend seems very interested too." She walks away. After a while, the woman goes to the maid and says, "If you tell my husband anything, you'll regret it." The maid says, "Be quiet. I don't gossip, but don't send your daughter alone again. She shouldn't suffer for your mistakes." The woman gets angry and throws water on the maid, then walks away. A little later, the little girl brings clothes to the maid and says, "Here, wear this dress. It was my mom." The maid says, "If that witch sees me in her clothes then?" The girl says, "These aren't hers. They were my real mom's. Please." The maid replies, "Okay, only because it's beautiful." The maid wears the dress. After some time, the girl goes to her stepmother and says, "Come on, Papa has a special gift for you." The stepmother says, "What? What is it?" The girl replies, "A diamond ring. Expensive." The stepmother says, "Really? Let's go." The little girl takes the stepmother outside, takes her phone, and pushes her. A little later, the woman's boyfriend enters the house. The little girl tells him, "If you want to make money, you have to do what I say." The boyfriend agrees. When the man comes home, he asks his daughter about her mom. She says she went outside. Then the maid comes out, dressed up. The man sees her in his late wife's clothes and feels a connection. He walks closer to the maid. Suddenly, the woman comes in and says, "Your daughter pushed me outside." Just then, her boyfriend also comes in and says, "Your fiancée is with me. She only wanted your money." The man says, "What, my love? What am I hearing?" The boyfriend says, "She used to give me money for luxury." The woman says, "No, he's lying." The boyfriend shows photos and says, "Look at these pictures. These are all proofs, sir." The man says, "You betrayed me. That's it. You have no place in this house now." The maid kicks the woman out of the house. The man thanks the maid and his daughter. Then he proposes to the maid. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.